This is a Valiant Star podcast. Enjoy.
What's good, my beautiful nerds, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerds Be Like podcast, episode 59. And as always, it's me, Jack. With me is Patty, Lenny, Antonio, Dan, and Brandon. But
Brandon's
here,
not
right?
here. He'll be here later.
Yeah.
He's off doing actual people stuff. But yeah, episode 59. What are we doing today, Dan?
Can't wait till it's 69.
Yo, can we just
No.
stop after that
Just-
one? For like, no. Okay.
Stop
Can we
for a year.
pretend to stop?
Can that be like the mark of a new season?
Yes.
I was gonna say that's the clip show episode.
Episode 69 has to be a big one.
Haha.
That's the Avatar
Alright.
episode.
Yes.
Actually, I
Avatar
wanted
episode season finale.
actually, Tones. I thought you would do the honors of saying what we're doing because this is
Okay,
Your
I'll do
idea.
that then.
yeah.
Today we're doing an episode that I've been thinking of for quite a long time now. Probably been a couple months because we were
Really?
gonna do it. Yeah, because we're gonna
Oh,
do.
damn.
Well, I initially thought of it and I brought it up, and you're like, "Yeah, we should do it," and then we weren't actually gonna do it until like before the
Oh,
whole
was it
storm came
Cowboy
around.
Bebop air time?
It was before that.
It was a
I've
while
been
ago.
I've been thinking of this one for a while. It's been
Oh,
in the
crap.
pocket because I know the death episode or the deaths episode I had
Oh.
for a long time. That was like back when I was still in class. Yeah, and we finally got around to doing that.
Trying
But
to just
this
check.
episode is shows that we hate to love. And to explain that a little bit, I think everybody has that one show that they're like, okay, I like this, but I shouldn't, or I like this, but part of it makes me want to like hurt myself. And that's
Well,
that's the type of shows we're talking about today. This is shows that you're like,
Wouldn't
I
phrase it
want to
like
like
that.
it, I like it, but I really don't want to like it.
There's something not right there, you know.
It's
Something like
something
that.
that's like the show should be bad, but
It
something
deserves
find
to be
endearing.
bad, but
But-
somehow, some way, somebody made it good.
good enough that I'm still watching.
This is only specific to TV shows, or like that's what you said.
Yeah, shows.
Um,
Yeah, we can do movies.
Well, no, I'm
another
saying
time,
movies
maybe.
I feel like movies has a different sort of.
Movies are a different level of shit because
Yeah.
with shows you get
There's a longer
you get dragged
commitment.
along. Yeah, you get exactly. Hey, Lenny,
What did Letty
yeah.
say?
it's
It's a
commitment.
commitment.
Oh, okay.
It really is a time.
Yeah, because you really gotta either it's a show that you binge watch or it's a show you come back to every week.
Or it's a
Either
show you
way.
come back to every year when the seasons come out. And,
Oh, yeah.
I have one
flashbacks.
question for you guys.
Yes,
Have you guys watched Project Power yet?
I want to, but I
Never
heard
heard
it's
of it.
bad.
No, it's actually really good.
I heard it got like a 6 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, I want to see it because it's the one with
Jamie
J-
Foxx.
I was gonna say Joseph
And
Gordon-Levitt
Yeah.
as well. It's like
was-
I think it's adapted from a comic. I don't know who it was by, but it's like you take drugs essentially, like a pill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
It
gives
it's
you
a pill you
superpowers.
take that gives you superpower. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
And
doing
some
good.
people explode if they take it.
I like the trailer, and I took the song away. Well, not away, but I took the song because I liked it. I put it in Brandon's playlist, but I the visuals look cool, but I just heard it was not great.
It's
I-
got a 60 on the tomato meter and a 54 in the audience score.
All right, I'm gonna see that. What's that Will Smith movie, the sci-fi one, also on Netflix?
Oh.
Which one?
I know what you're talking
Uh,
about.
Talking about the cop
with
one?
orc. Yeah, the
Oh,
cop one.
right.
Right, yeah. I want to see how
That
that
one was
one
also.
did.
I heard that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because if that one did better than this one,
No, it did way worse.
Ooh.
It did a lot
Yeah.
worse. It did significantly worse. Although that's weird because the audience score is 83, but the critic score is 20.
28. Holy shit! All right.
So that maybe
Averages
it's
out
actually,
to about the same.
No, I would because ever since The Last of Us 2 happened, critic reviews actually are meaningless. So we only listen to audience scores. So this maybe
true.
actually is a good movie.
Wait. Project Power or Bright?
Bright. Because I mean,
I
audience score
kind
is
of liked it.
83%.
I wasn't a huge fan of Bright.
I like the sci-fi elements, but I just didn't know what it wanted to be. That's it.
Yeah. Was it a
It's like,
cop
do we
movie?
want to? Yeah, the cop. Was it a fantasy? Is it a sci-fi? We don't know. We're still all in.
We all can't be Cowboy Bebop mashing three genres perfectly.
yeah.
You know,
Wow, I didn't even think about it like that. That's exactly true.
literally a masterpiece.
Oh yes, that's gonna be what we're gonna be talking about. For the topic. So before we do that, we do have some bit of news. Some I guess we can like do a lightning round, but there's just not that many.
It's not
So,
that much. We just go through.
Yeah. So there was a video release of LeBron James in the. You guys know that he's in the Space Jam, right? The second. Yeah. Okay. So
He's the
there
Michael
was a-
Jordan of the movie.
yeah. Right. So they released the video of him just walking around on a green screen, and they released the uniform, and the reactions are kind of weird. They're like a little iffy on it. And I think there was even like a tweet that I saw. It's like, imagine if we like the power we have, like the same power that we had with Sonic, if we can do the same thing here, where they like force the studio to change the costume. Because they do have time. I don't think they're gonna film it now.
No.
And
Obviously.
they kind of could, because it's mostly CGI. It's just the one guy.
Mhm.
But you know, it just looks like a weird design. I feel like maybe if you wanted to have that like that's all folks circle thing, you put in the back or something like that, or you make that the color instead of blue.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's too cartoony on a guy like LeBron James.
I'll still see it because Looney Tunes, but I don't know. It's a weird jersey.
Looney Tunes back in action. That's a funny movie.
That's a very different movie.
No, I know, but it's just funny because it has Brendan Fraser in it and Steve Martin. Sorry.
That guy was weird. I didn't like his villain. That was really weird to me as a kid.
I didn't realize that was Steve Martin until recently
Oh, yeah,
when I
me neither.
rewatched it. Like I rewatched it like a few.
It's the makeup though, isn't it?
It was
Because
the
didn't he look
makeup.
old?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
makeup and how he would like
Portray
walk and
himself?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't very Steve Martin-y. He was playing more of like a villain.
The villain from what's it called? The Austin Powers, kind of like that villain.
Yeah.
All right, we also have an announcement for a mystery Batman game. Now I'm not gonna do the work because I'm lazy, but there is like a weird puzzly clue thing that they were like dropping every now and then. I'm not gonna do it, and I also don't know if it's a complete puzzle for me to actually like talk about it. But there will be a Batman game announced at the DC Fandom this Saturday.
Oh, I've been hearing about that.
It's like I was telling Tone, it's like a E3 kind of event panel thing for them.
Mm-hmm. There's a guy on TikTok. His name is Soups, and he talks about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it next week. But like for now, there's a mystery Batman game, which I just think is just like a reboot of the Arkham games. I don't even know if it's gonna be anything new or not. Tones.
This is a little. It's not that big, but Sega is talking about porting more games to Steam after Persona 4 Golden did well. So I know
It was
that
just that
Sega
one game.
Yeah, I think that was just like a test run because that one was on the Vita. So they're like, okay, well, who has a Vita? So they're like, okay, let's bring this out to more people.
Oh, that
But
sucks.
that
opens,
opens,
I mean, in the
that
sense of like, it opens a bunch of stuff.
It opens up a bunch of stuff. This opens up like all Persona games coming to Steam. It opens up from the top of my head. I know Hatsune Miku is under the Sega publishing.
It sucks for whoever bought a Vita.
Yeah, but Project Diva games, the rest of the Sonic games. I don't know what else off the top of my head, but that's what I know.
They definitely won't put the Uncharted game on there. That's just lost in time now because it's a PS4 exclusive. Or PlayStation exclusive, I should say.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Project Diva now.
Yeah, so you're just hyped up for this.
I mean,
Right.
if Persona 3 gets on Steam, I'm gonna buy it. It's literally like one of my favorite games of all time.
So you have the game already.
I have
Or
I have
have
it on PS Vita.
Okay,
I don't have it on Steam,
that's
but sooner or
that'd be
later I
dope
might
if
buy
they
it.
once they drop it, they get like a sale.
I mean, it's $20. It's honestly worth it to buy it right now, but I just don't want to buy it.
Mm. All right. So there's I feel like Patty would know what this is.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
This, yeah. So Fall Guys, like, I think a few days ago. I don't actually. Hold on. What was
Like
the
2 to
original?
3 days ago, maybe.
Yeah, just a few days ago, they started a like
Oh, yeah,
a
2 days ago.
charity bid on their Twitter account for like brands and whatnot to like to basically design their own character skin in Fall Guys. And I think, hold on, let me go to the most recent bid on their Twitter account. Let me find it.
Yeah. So it was the G2.
No, that was the last one that I remember.
Oh,
The most recent one was 3 hours ago. Oh no, this was 6 hours ago. And it was by Tushy Bidet,
Yeah.
a bidet company,
Oh,
who bid $420,000, $420 and $69.69, and that's the most recent one that they've tweeted out.
Their design was like a dude with the shirt that says
Yeah, ask me about my butthole.
yeah. It really looks like a shitter design.
And
You know what I mean?
and he's got a peach for his hat. I mean, there's the really gross Ninja Aim Labs crossover one.
Yeah, that was not good.
That
There
one's.
was the
I
G-
just realized.
the
I
G2
just
one
went
was
into that
okay.
one. Is that in his eyes there are crosshairs for the
Really?
Aim Labs one? Yeah. Go look at the Aim Labs Ninja.
Oh yeah. I see it.
There's
Yeah.
crosshairs in his eyes. Gross.
I just don't like Ninja.
They also already hit 1 million followers on Twitter.
Yeah. Mr. Beast also put his.
I really hope this becomes a new Fortnite.
I mean, it beat League in, I don't know what the exact measurement was, but it was some like viewer amount that probably almost no one else has done. I gotta find it because they tweet about it. And where is it?
G2 Esports had a cool samurai design.
Yeah,
I think that one I like the most. The other one that's pretty cool is the Warframe also put
oh
it.
yeah,
They did
that
it.
was a really early one. They actually
They're
had a
pretty
nice one.
small, but it's a really nice design. Like
I
a
didn't see
really
that
nice.
design.
Do you want me to send it to you,
Yeah, if you don't
or
mind.
I'll send
It
it?
was the oh, what's the face? Lotus.
Loki. Oh, Lotus.
Yeah, it was that.
I don't know
It
why they
was
had
really
Loki as the
nice.
poster child for so long.
Like I'm glad they made this so that like there's it at least the design exists, but like I don't know if it'll be.
Oh,
thing.
I like that's so cute.
It's adorable, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, I like that so much.
It's just the only thing is that their bid is the smallest, I think, at the moment. So I don't know
Yeah,
if they're gonna do it.
they just got out. They were one of the first ones to do it. So it
Yeah.
was when the price was still really low.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. Mr. Beast though said, I know I saw a tweet that was like, I'm gonna outbid all you guys and everything. But the whole reason why this is a thing is like essentially the person with the highest bid, that money will go to a charity, a UK based charity for gamers with physical disabilities.
Yeah.
That's what we like to
So
hear.
it's called Special Effect.
I just
This is-
found it. It
The recent
was
one?
it? No. Fall Guys, they broke the weekly average viewership number that League had. They had 182,000 to League's 174,000.
Pretty good.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
not something that normally happens.
Games, yeah. Especially when the game just officially came out like 2 weeks
Last
ago.
week? Oh, last 2 weeks ago.
No, yeah, a little over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it didn't even start getting popular until like almost a week after it came out.
No,
I
I
would-
think no, it started gaining some traction like right before it came out, and then it just exploded
Yeah,
because people were getting beta keys before that, and they were streaming that,
Oh.
and then it was just kind of just like, okay, it's out, it's blowing up.
I was telling Tones that like, I think even like when we were, it might have been yesterday or today, I don't remember, but it's like this will be the new kind of place. You know how Fortnite has like Marvel and like Star Wars going to their
Yeah, they're an advertisement.
yeah. I'm pretty sure this will be the next thing where like
Yeah, but I'm okay with this advertisement.
yeah, me too.
Because these are cute.
Yeah,
They're
these are
really,
cute.
really
The
adorable.
game is like, yeah, it's aggravating most of the time, but that's because
It's
Seesaw
mini
is
games.
stupid. That's because people don't understand physics in Seesaw.
Exactly.
I'm not getting mad because I'm getting headshot. I'm getting mad because people are grabbing me and
Dude, it has been so funny to see. I don't know if you guys have been following, but with Tim the Tatman, like he just couldn't get a win in the game.
He still
And
can't.
no, he did today. He got his
He got
first
it
win
today?
But the like Fall Guys official Twitter account was like
Oh yeah, I saw.
unironically cyberbullying him, and it got to the point where like Twitch was like the official Twitch account on Twitter was making ads for him to finally get a win. And when he got it today, I mean, I think he peaked at like almost holding like 200,000 views. It was like insane numbers for Fall Guys getting his first win because he was so.
oh, these are
unbelievably
really
bad
nice.
at this
I
game.
mean,
Ooh.
A lot of Warzone people started playing it because Warzone is in such a terrible spot right now.
because
'Cause
of
there's,
the
like-
Moss thing.
No, yeah, well, 'cause, I mean there's like 10 other bugs that haven't been fixed,
Ah,
and it's like if Infinity Ward is doing what Blizzard did to Overwatch, but at like 10 times the speed. Because Blizzard slowly killed Overwatch over like a year or two, and Infinity Ward is doing, and Activision are doing it in like a week. Actually, they did it in a week. Because there's so many like unbelievable game breaking bugs that exist.
I feel like these like designs like this will be like. I'm not saying this will be like the thing people go to the game for specifically.
but
so it's a
definitely
good-
be a big,
Yeah, it's a good
be a big
thing.
appeal.
hmm I like that Pikachu
Also,
one.
I like the Majin Buu one, honestly.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah.
Also, the Snake one is really funny.
Yo,
The
like, every
Thanos
time
one
you
is
get
weird
hit-
though, because the chin looks like a fucking like tuft of hair.
That was actually kind of because I just
was gonna
went
say
on
it looks like
Twitch and I
danger.
was like, oh, Modern Warfare actually has a decent amount of viewers. It's got 161,000. Then I went in, and Shroud has 63 of that.
Yeah,
And if you cut out Shroud, it's like barely beating out Sonic the Hedgehog 3 because of GDQ. So yeah, not a great.
I love GDQ. You're just like, why is
This random game that's like incredibly old and really niche. Why? Oh, I see now. GDQ is on.
Do you guys want to move on to the next thing?
can do that?
All right. Well, there's actually. Do you guys want to talk about the Black Ops game?
I mean, we could mention it.
Okay.
Yeah, the new.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
There's
yeah.
a teaser. It's
All
got,
we got,
yeah.
all we got is a teaser trailer today because there was some. There was like they had a bunch of like zombies YouTubers or like Easter egg hunters. They like sent them a bunch of stuff. I think Noah J. If you want to see a lot of it, like they actually sent him like they sent him like a bunch of little films that he had to put into a projector, and they had to like showed them like the mini map. It's insane.
My god.
They had to like actually do like legitimate like Cold War ciphers. It was incredible like how detailed this thing was. And then when they figured it out, they got the teaser trailer for the next Call of Duty, which is titled Black Ops Cold War.
I mean, to be fair, I did like the teaser trailer. I thought it was
good.
it's very ominous, and I like that a lot.
I like how they're really really leaning into like the Cold War era theme.
Yeah,
Because they haven't done that, right?
Cold War's never been done now. It's been kind of close, but because there was the one because Black Ops 1 was in Vietnam and like kind of after Vietnam. It was like right before the Cold War, and then I think Black Ops 2 had like flashback missions that were like would have been like either during or after the Cold War.
Yeah, and
So,
the World at
this-
War doesn't go that far at all.
No.
So this is the untapped territory.
This is like they're like fully committing to this era, which is cool. So I'm excited. I hope it's a good game. I mean, it is. It's Treyarch instead of Infinity Ward, so probably. But
are you gonna play it for the multiplayer or just for the
Probably
campaign?
I would definitely play it for the campaign, and the zombies, because I mean, Treyarch makes like really, really, really good zombies,
Oh,
so that'll be really good.
Yeah. I feel
I
like I
mean, you
probably
said
would.
zombies, and I kind of want to play now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Treyarch makes all the good zombies games. They're all Treyarch. Infinity Ward literally doesn't do zombies. They don't make them. That's all Treyarch, and Treyarch does a very good job at them. So if you don't
I
even want to
won't-
play multiplayer, the campaign's probably going to be good because Treyarch just makes better campaigns. Actually, Treyarch just makes better games. So I mean, there's that. So it'll probably just be better.
I was always scared of the zombies. You can even like if Carlos was here, he would tell you how scared I was. And like, cause my brother would play with him like every time they were like we went over, and when they were like, "Do you want to play?" I'm like, "No."
No, please not.
I never got that into zombies, but like they are good.
I always
Maybe,
thought
maybe
it was
this
fun.
time I'll give it a try.
Yeah, me too. Maybe. You, Jack. What about you?
No,
No.
I'm kind of getting sick and tired of Call of Duty.
But
This
it's
is the one Call of Duty.
hard,
This is the one Call of Duty I would get, and Jack
Really?
doesn't want to get it.
Put
Yeah,
faith- zombies.
put
He said
faith in
zombies.
Baldy,
Uh,
dude.
I may. If you guys get it, then I will get it.
I mean, I'm not gonna get it full price, but I'll
No, I
think
know.
about it down the line.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the campaign. I like the sound of the.
I'm probably gonna buy it the day it comes out. I can't.
I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, you just tell me
Okay.
about the campaign. Tell me how the.
I'm probably gonna do the
zombies
same
is.
thing because
Yeah,
that's what
let's go.
I'm a follower.
You're also a streamer, Jack.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, what's
That
the
too.
difference? What's the difference?
You
Yeah.
bring up a great point.
When is it out? Does it not say?
No idea. All we got today was a Chorizo Taylor.
Okay.
All we know is the name. That's it.
Wasn't there
And
also
we know it's
like
about the Cold War.
Yeah.
was it last week or this week that Oh no, go ahead, Jack. Go.
I was gonna ask, do you think it's gonna be during the first Black Ops or in between Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2?
Well, I mean, Black Ops 2 happened in like current day. Black Ops
Okay.
1 happened in Vietnam, so it'll be right after Black Ops 1. It honestly,
Okay.
there might be because they did the thing with Black Ops 2 where they had certain flashback missions
Yeah, I
to the
remember
Black Ops
doing
1
those.
era. So there's probably going to be flashback missions from Cold War to Black Ops 1. I would not be surprised if at least one of those happens. But
I
I
haven't
think
seen
it will
the
be referenced.
trailer yet.
It's good. I
It's
think.
just a teaser.
I
but
watched it.
it's
Yeah,
good.
I think we
Patty
yeah.
sent it.
Yeah, I sent
Oh,
it.
you did?
Yeah, I watched
I
it.
found
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Yeah, you
good.
can just watch it real quickly.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, we.
Oh yeah, that we did talk about.
Even I was impressed. And I don't care about COD.
Because I really want to talk about this next thing. Because I really like this. This is very
Okay,
epic.
so do
Yeah, I get it.
you want to move on to that?
I really want to. Fortnite
Okay.
kind of nay-nayed on everybody. It was really hot. Like, I hate Fortnite, but this was like the one time I was like, you know what? You guys are cool.
You did a thing, and I
You get the-
appreciate it
You get the pass for once in your life.
for once in your god awful life.
But once
well,
this is over.
I guess while Jack watches it, let's move on to the.
What
that
is it,
part of
Patty?
the
All
news.
right, so basically what happened, I don't know, like at least a week ago, Fortnite changed the way that you buy V-Bucks on the mobile game, so that way you can just buy it directly from the Epic Games Store, and you don't have to use the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, which circumvented the 30% cut. I think Apple had a 30% cut of all of that. I don't know what Google Play had, but there was something similar there.
Yeah, there was something about the same.
And like
Or-
almost immediately, Fortnite was taken off the Apple Store, and very soon after it was taken off the Google Play Store. And almost immediately after that, Fortnite launched like a 1984 themed ad targeting Apple. You know, like painting them out to be the bad guys, where they want to take all your money, and you know they want to control you, and we're like Epic's like the good guys trying to free you from them.
Okay, so here's my
So, like,
question
they
about
have to
that.
animate.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
well, my question about that is that you remember that like when Apple like what was it their like first home PC that they made, they had like a 1984 S
They did,
commercial.
yeah, they did the same
So
thing.
it was parodying that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was,
Okay.
this was something that was pre-planned. They knew that they were going to be taken off the store. They prepared this lawsuit.
Yeah.
They prepared this ad. Everything that Epic did was pre-planned. They knew exactly what was going to happen, and they were more than ready for it. And I think it's gonna, and so that lawsuit's going on, and then
Have you seen it?
Days, days, yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
But a few days afterwards, Apple took it another step, and I don't think they've committed to it, but they have threatened to ban Epic's third-party developer software, which very importantly includes the Unreal Engine that like everyone
Oh,
uses,
Yeah.
which would
Ooh.
get any game that uses Unreal Engine removed from the Epic Games, or not the Epic Games Store,
The
the
App
Apple
Store.
Play Store, or the Google Play Store. All right, I don't know about Google yet, but Apple definitely. That was what they said they were going to do, which is like massive news.
Yeah, that's also just like a bad move on their part. I would
Yeah,
say.
that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
A
But a lot of people
very
that I,
bad
that I
idea.
saw on Twitter were like, a lot of people are pretty confident that Epic's probably going to win this lawsuit.
I mean, it seems like they knew what was going to happen. They did this
Yeah.
with a plan in mind, and it's so far it's going there the way they think it was going to go.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny. They're like, "Oh, free Fortnite," just a little bit, because that kind of seems like, well, that's not the most important thing in the world, but this is pretty big in terms of like gaming news.
Well, yeah, what it means for the
Yeah.
industry.
I'm just saying, like, they just made it like so, like, oh, this is like,
Yeah, this makes it
The
so
worst.
developers don't have to overprice
yeah.
add-ons in mobile games to pay off the 30% cut that Apple's taking. Which honestly, that's kind of an obscene cut of
Yeah.
revenue. Like
What do you think it should be?
third? I mean,
Half.
10%, 5.
Yeah. Oh, less than okay.
That's what I'm pretty sure. That's what the Epic's like supporter creator code is. I think it's 5% of every purchase that's made using someone's code. I think only like 5% of it goes to the creator, and that's dependent on how much people actually use your code.
Well,
But
goddamn.
this 30% is just literally any purchase, any revenue generated using the App Store for a game or an app, not even a game, just an app, goes to Apple right into their pockets.
So why not?
Which, for considering how much money they have, they don't need that extra. They literally could just charge 0, and they would be perfectly fine.
Nothing would change.
Nothing would change. Maybe a little something would change, but they don't need 30%. That's way too much money.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was kind of fun. Not funny, but I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, when it was released, I
Commercial?
was like, yeah. Sorry, the commercial. I'm like, they were really prepared for this,
Yes,
because that like animation like that takes like
It
a
is,
while.
like, high quality. It's good animation.
Yeah.
It's a very well made ad. This thing they were probably planning this out like months ago. I'd say at least like 3 months.
Yeah, that's like, goddamn.
Because I mean, they had to prepare the complete lawsuit, which means working with all those lawyers, making sure that everything that they have a sound argument, and then at the same time preparing that ad, creating the right like hashtag to use for social media and whatnot, and all that stuff. Because they
It's a
had
whole
to
lot of
know
fun.
that they were going to get taken off the store, which is why they created free Fortnite. I mean, it's just, God. If there's one thing, I mean, Fortnite as a game is pretty cringe, can't lie. But like Epic as a company is probably one of the smartest game companies out there.
I mean, knowing that they made Unreal,
They're just they made all Unreal. I mean,
they made
their
the game
marketing
engine at this in this day and age.
like the marketing people that they have for Fortnite are actually unbelievable. Like the in-game events that they do, like millions of like tens of millions of viewers are just watching that. Plus like the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people playing it in-game. So this
Crazy.
hats off to Epic Games. They've done it again.
And they'll make more money off
And
of
they're
it.
gonna make more money. Well, actually, they can't make more money because Fortnite's not.
Nah, in the
Apple,
future
but
though.
they will once they win the lawsuit.
Yeah,
and
give
it
them
goes
some
back
time,
on,
and then they'll make even more money.
and then they'll make more money. And they're saving us our money at the same time. It's incredible.
What?
Who would have thought a video game developer actually looking out for the
For the
player?
little guy.
Unbelievable.
For the bourgeoisie,
Who would have thought?
for the proletariat, actually.
All right, so is that it for the news?
Looks like that's it
yeah,
for the
I think
news.
that's it.
All right. So who should we put first? Should we go with you, Tones? Because this is
Well, I'd rather have Lenny go first because I don't know if he thought of one.
I thought of one. Ugh.
Okay, so I could go first then.
and we're gonna do the same kind of popcorn idea.
Okay, so I guess I'll go first then. So my show is the infamous fucking Ruby by Rooster Teeth, aka recently found out is actually a fan fiction of Avatar. But no, in all actuality, so the show, a quick summary, the show is about a group of girls named Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, who all want to be huntresses, so they go to academy for that. There's another group called Juniper, who are the hunters and huntresses are Jean, Nora, Pyrrha, and Ren. Stuff happens. They go to school, they go to class, they go off on missions like once in the first like 3 seasons. There's a tournament arc, shit like that. You know, it's an American like, you know, studio. Well, not really studio. They were at first just like, you know, like a home. How would you say it? How would you describe it, Lenny? How would you describe Rooster Teeth back when Ruby started?
When Ruby started, it was.
Very,
I want to say it was a project that made profit. I guess
it was like a passion project.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it. It was like a passion project that was like an anime, but like not at the same time. It was weird. But there's a lot of promise to it because they had this guy named Monty Ohm doing the animations for the fights, and those kind of just like were awesome. Like right now, if you were to go on Rooster Teeth's channel, the Ruby Red trailer is like their 4th most watched video. That trailer is second to a clip of Red versus Blue, which is just a fight scene that the same guy animated. So you go to it mainly
Ruby
knowing,
comes from?
yeah.
Red.
So yeah, Monty Ohm. It was his
Okay.
animation in that. You go to it mainly like, okay, like this shit looks fucking really cool when they're just like here and it's like a scythe and it's a sniper and oh, it's shotgun gauntlets. It's like, okay, this is cool. I like this. Is it like, you know, weirdly like, you know, weeby? Yeah, but like it's fun. As the show went on though, Monty Ohm ended up passing away right before the 3rd season came out. And that's when the show started actually like becoming more like it started. I would say that's when the show actually started like getting really good, as in like not only was it like animated well, but there was a story and it was interesting. And even if it wasn't like, you know, completely original or because there's a lot of tropes, there's a lot of stuff happening, but it was interesting.
I would say it's kind of like Clone Wars season 3.
Yeah, like you could tell that there was something there, and there could be something more in the future. But that's kind of just the problem with Ruby. There's always the feeling that it could be more, but it just always ends up failing to deliver. And
That's a tragedy.
And a big problem with that is I just feel like they just waste a lot of time on characters that they want to be the main characters but aren't. So a good a good chunk of season 1 isn't even about Team Ruby. It focuses on Jean Arc, who is this good for nothing in this season, who's just like being an asshole about not wanting to get trained, and then he lets himself get trained. It's just like, okay, cool. If you wanted it to be about this guy, you could have just made it Juniper, not Ruby. But it's called Ruby.
You mean like a spinoff or the show itself?
The show itself.
Okay.
Like after halfway through season 1, it's just like, okay, we're not following Team Ruby anymore. We're following John. And then season 2 kind of does the same at a certain point. It's a little more like, you know, focused on them. But also they add more and more characters. So it's like now the spotlight is shared throughout all of them, and Team Ruby barely gets the spotlight. Lenny, do you have anything to add while I think of more things to complain about?
About Ruby in general?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something.
Oh, the lack of sense that the show makes now, because like all of a sudden they're like there was just like a big leap in logic after volume 6.
I kind of want to talk about late in the show if we're gonna go that far. 'Cause,
Okay,
oh my
before we go
God.
late in the show is literally like it is based off of Avatar, no matter what anybody says to me.
It is.
The like they haven't said it, but there's heavy Avatar inspirations, and they've gone on record saying that they love Avatar. The first episode is a reference of Cowboy Bebop, the Cowboy Bebop opening for the movie, where they're at a mini store, and how that happens. But that one works out much better because it introduces the character in a more in-depth way, where you actually get to like learn a little bit about Spike through the actual fight that happens. With Ruby, it's just okay. She's a weapon fanatic. She listens to music. She's kind of ditzy. That's it.
Also,
And then the rest
also
of the
does-
episode is
I was gonna say, also doesn't care a child being held at gunpoint, and she's just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're mugging me."
but she has like a sniper scythe, so like that's the least of
Yeah.
my problems.
I mean, like, that just raises another problem. Why does a child have a sniper scythe though?
That's just the world they live in.
Because
I don't care about
anime.
that. Yeah.
You just write it off.
Yo, have you
Might as
ever
well
seen
put
Monty
that
Ohm?
That's fair enough, actually.
They don't care. It's anime. Who cares?
Dude, my drill would pierce through the heaven. That's all I'm saying.
My favorite game in with animes is Spot the Protagonist, because you'll see the one like extremely over the top, brightly colored hair in a crowd of just
That's the other
average
problem.
people. That's
I-
really
I-
funny.
I
That's really
hate-
funny.
They need to do that better in Ruby, because like
That's
they're
my
like,
favorite
we aren't-
anime.
we are
the
an
first
anime,
two
but we aren't.
seasons- The first 2 seasons of Ruby, the fucking background characters were just black silhouettes.
Oh my god, yeah.
They're just like default Daniels sitting in the
They're
back.
just-
Like you've
Dude,
got
the animation that wasn't the fight scenes in the first 2 seasons were so bad. Like you see, okay, that scene where Ruby's eating the cookies in episode 1 is so god awful to watch.
So is
hate
it? It's 3D.
3D animated. Yes.
3D anime. Yeah,
It's not an anime, but it's heavily anime inspired, but also Avatar inspired. But at this point, I just say that it pretty much is an anime, because anime is actually just Japanese for animation.
It's an Avatar fanfic. That's what it is.
Literally, Jean is Sokka. Nobody can tell me otherwise. He goes through like very similar like growths.
Character arc.
Yeah, but Sokka's are just better. The only thing that John does better than Sokka is going through loss of his girlfriend. That's the only thing I will give Jean over Sokka. Lenny, you agree, right?
Yeah. It's much
Pyrrha
better.
dies. Jean actually has to like takes that and goes with it.
Yeah,
freaking-
John deals with it.
Sokka's
And he-
girlfriend turns to the moon, and he just gets a "that's rough, buddy."
that's all the
That's
support
rough.
he gets. It's like, that's rough. He's just like,
Damn, that's crazy.
Also, it
Uh,
really sucks when like Ren and Nora are more interesting characters than Team Ruby most of the time. Because I like Ren and Nora a lot, and this new season I liked Ironwood a lot because they were like fleshed out, really well done characters. But over and over again, Team Ruby just isn't. Especially when they're together. When they're apart, they get something. They have something going on. It's
There's something
stereotypical. It's edgy. It's moody and brooding, but it's something. But when they're together, it's just okay. Fight, we do a shotgun, a sniper, a rifle with a revolver barrel. Yes, Uzi sword. I don't know. Also, it really doesn't help that some of the music is like really good, and you're like, "Oh, I'm really hyped right now."
he's just
And-
like, I could watch this fight
Like,
go on.
like I said again with the Red trailer, "Red Like Roses" is one of the best tracks in all of Ruby. "Red Like Roses" and I would say "Burn" were like the best trailer tracks, and I wish that they were used more in the show now. They're just so fucking good. Also, don't even get me started on Ruby's fucking mom.
Don't even
And
get
how
me
she's supposed to be
started.
important, and 7 seasons in, we barely know anything about her.
But don't
It
worry,
just-
she's extremely influential.
Yeah, like there's such god awful pacing with like how stuff is happening, because between season 3 season 4, there's like what, a year time skip, 2 years or something like that.
Season 3. That's the end of the.
After
Not
the
the
tournament, after the
Yeah.
tournament, there's like a time skip of what, like a year?
I think it was 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was 2 years because
2
you know,
years time skip.
Oh.
where you don't
Everyone
know.
but Ruby became 18. I
Sorry,
remember that.
Can I
Yeah.
just say, I actually hate time skips
Yeah,
so
They-
much.
Like completely, or you mean like
I think
when they're
sometimes they're necessary, but
Yeah.
I don't think that show is necessary.
I think, yeah, like in between, like maybe like games are like the only place that I would say kind of makes sense. But like you have to like make it make. You can't just put a time skip in for the sake of moving forward. Like there's got to be a good reason for the time skip.
Like
Like-
I like when a character is like almost stuck in time, and then time around him skips. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They did that in Final Fantasy 15, where at the end of the game, the main character is kind of like stuck in cryotine for a while, and then he comes out, and the world's just like fucked up around him, and you're pretty much like saving that destroyed world. Like I like that. That was actually like well done because of all the shit that was happening before that, and just this climactic ending where it's like, okay, these guys have seen each other. Like these guys are like, throughout the whole game, they seen each other as brothers, and even now at the very end, like they have this moment together. Like I like that a lot. But
However,
if something else were to do that, and it's just like, oh, I've been off training for 5 years, but we're still brothers, that'd be dumb.
you mean like it's like a show don't tell type of thing that you're trying to say?
Yeah, like
Okay.
for me, there has to be a good like Patty was saying, good reason. I think a good reason is the character is forced to be stuck in time because like that's how he needs to do something, or that's what needs to happen for either the world or for himself or for whoever they're trying to protect or
goal.
save. Yeah, whatever goal is in mind that they have to do this.
Yeah, time jumps are hit or miss. I feel like CW does that a lot.
Yeah, Ruby definitely did not have
Hey,
to do
let's
it.
not get ahead of ourselves there.
I think the only reason Ruby did it was for Oscar, aka reincarnation, to take place.
Oh right.
Yeah, the show also
did.
has reincarnation with only one guy. Also, there's no magic, but there is magic. It's just that magic isn't the magic that you see.
Wait, is it like magic, but it's not called magic?
It's
No.
magic.
No.
It's
There's magic,
spelled with
and
a
then
K.
there's magic, and then there's magic, but they call it semblances.
I like to put it as magic, but with a little bit more science to it, and an actual magic.
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna say science.
No. It's magic with a little more soul in it.
Yeah. Well, then you can just call it soul magic. That's all you
Right,
can do.
Patty?
But
Huh?
it's
A magic with an L.
What?
You remember that? You've messed up one time because you said with an L. All right, never
Oh
mind.
yeah, I kind of
Either
remember
way,
that.
one of them is kind of like key kind of magic, where it's just like magic, but from someone's soul.
And the other one is just literally like magic, but that's also kind of
the
reincarnation.
The plot kind of explains why there's no actual magic, but like
Also,
still weird.
actually, I just remembered this. The show did such a bad job explaining like the key concept of the show. They have like mini episodes just like of lectures about certain topics. Like there's one about dust, aka the magical fuel.
magic powder.
There's semblances. The semblance is a grim episode, aka the monsters of the world. There's one about the Schnee Dust Company, aka one of the fucking the one of the families that one of the main characters come from. Like they do such a bad job, and they realize this that they have to actually like make separate minisodes about what this shit's going on. And half the time they don't even explain it well. Like the Grim episode, they literally just said, "Yeah, scientists don't know much about the Grim."
That sucks.
Like, what do you come back to?
I come back to it because of what I said before. There are semblances of a good show. It's so close to becoming good, and there's some characters that I actually do care about. For example, that Jean character. He was a piece of shit, but then he became he became a better character. He became a good leader, and he's at the point where it's like I actually care about his growth. I care about what happens to him. He is the main character, yeah. And I realize that he's voiced by the lead writer, and I understand why he's the main character now.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of don't like that now, but you know,
that's really scummy.
yeah, it's kind of just an insert, but we're not going to talk about that.
I was gonna say.
That's besides the point. I care about Ironwood. Ironwood's good. Ironwood's literally like he's gone through so many fucking changes in this one season.
God.
I care about Penny because she's a robot, but she's cool. I mean, Bren and Nora still, even though they were kind of weird this season because they like kind of got mad at each other for no reason. That's really it though. Okay. Oh, Crow. I like Crow, but
We like Crow. But
yeah, we like Crow.
Okay.
Crow.
No.
Crow was great in season 3. I forgot how like much he just hated everybody.
I kind of want to just complain about like the emotional state of like all the characters, mostly towards like the latter half of the series.
Yeah, they're just kind of just like mad for no reason.
Yeah,
They got
like,
mad at a character who then went into like
he went to
comatose state.
Yeah, he went to basically
Inside
hibernation,
a child.
and then
Oh,
John, the main character, got really mad at that child, and I'm just like, wait, but the child did nothing. He only holds the old man in his body. Like,
It's
on.
very. It's like they want conflict, but they don't know how to get to it.
they don't know how to make it.
Yeah, a lot of the show is just like, okay, we want things to happen, but how are we getting there?
Also, like, I don't even know if I want to talk about like the final episode because
What, like
What
of this season?
yeah,
What specifically?
Crow.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh,
Because
fuck.
that's a problem I have with this show.
Spoiler alert! Right here. If you haven't seen the last episode of Volume 7 of Ruby, skip ahead. So Crow okay, so at a certain point, Ruby and the gang decide, okay, we're gonna turn on Ironwood because he's trying to pretty much abandon a whole city of people. He's like, okay, well, we gotta do this. And Ruby's like, no, 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 no. And
do it like
Ironwood puts out a warrant for their arrest because they're going against him. And Crow is with the head of like his special ops. So they're like talking it out, and they're like, "Oh, they literally just captured a serial murderer." And Crow decides, "Okay, we both have the same goal. I'm going to team up with the serial murderer to stop this special op from arresting me." Even though they've kind of just been pushing this like this romance between the two, and in the end, he ends up dying because the freaking serial murderer stabs the freaking special op with Crow's sword scythe. And this all happens instead of, the special op and Crow teaming up with each other. And then he cries about it because he helped the murderer murder his friend. I don't get the show.
Interesting.
That part actually pissed me off. It's just like, why? It just the thinking of the show just went downhill from there. I was like, man, Crow has to be literally the smartest character in the series by now. And then that happened, and now I'm like, okay, I don't have faith in anyone anymore.
God, I literally only have faith in Ironwood because he's gone crazy, so he can literally do whatever he wants, and I won't care.
I still like to mention the fact that he shot a child, but
yeah, oh yeah, he shot a child.
He shot Oscar.
Yeah, that's
But
funny.
Like, that's not the first time that's been said about a show.
No, but like,
God, honestly, I'm at the point where I just miss Sun and his nunchuck fucking guns.
oh, his
Yo, shout
gunchucks! I love his gunchucks.
His musket gun nunchucks. God, that must have been so much fun to animate.
Oh no!
I'll send you I'll send you a clip from the first season of that because that's good stuff.
You got anything else to say about Ruby?
So that's most of why I have the.
Yeah, that's really all I can think of. I mean, kind of just have.
Probably are other problems, but those are the glaring ones that we see.
All right, so I guess popcorn is someone. I guess you should also say Patty's. I guess mine second to last. because it's the
Oh,
Patty and I. One of them is connected to it.
I thought Patty was doing.
No, he's not. He's doing that, but his
I'm gonna tag
You're
in.
doing a collab like we did.
Well, okay, yeah, okay. So then in that case, Lenny, your turn.
Oh god.
Do I know your show? I really hope I do.
You do know my show. I think this was like one of my first ideas, and then I forgot it, and then I
Yeah, I'm just
looked
gonna do
through,
this so in case anybody wants to see the gun
and then
checks.
I started looking through harems to be like, what show did I regret watching or not regret watching? But
I'm
like,
so happy. You said
and
harems.
the first thing that came to me was freezing and freezing vibration.
I
And
hated freezing.
I liked freezing, but like, they need to fix some things.
Yeah, its
Freezing,
existence.
yeah. But like the background of freezing is that there's this thing. I forget if they even called it angels or not. But like there's these things that appear. They're like giant mechs from like space, and they have teams of people, mostly like teenagers, and I think up to like women 30 years old, like fight them. They have men who are called freezers that counter the freezing effect of monsters, and then the Valkyries are there to actually like destroy the monsters. So the main plot was that there's a main character who sister was one of the best Valkyries that died on a mission a few years ago. So when he goes to the school, he finds out that he has these like really cool like advanced freezing powers that is like so advanced that not even like 3 freezers can like counter him. But like after like the first few episodes, he's literally ignored.
What?
Like, because he finds this girl who's called the Untouchable Queen. But when he confronts her and like converses, she's different to the point where, you know, other men, she'll break their wrist and probably stab them. But with him, it's just like, oh god. And it's just like, huh.
Isn't this also the show where when the girls' shirts get ripped, they very specifically rip?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's one of those shows.
It's one of
It's
those.
one of those etchies. Yeah.
it's
I
not even like a
remember
harem.
watching
It's just
this
an
now.
etchy.
It's just an etchy.
I literally couldn't finish it. I just got so annoyed with
I
the main
watched,
character
yeah,
mostly.
I watched a few episodes and I was like, man, I can't believe this is real.
But I can believe that. I just can't believe that it was this fucking bad.
I watched it only because I was actually interested in some of the fight scenes, and I'm like,
I watched it
if
for
I
the action.
if I ignore it, if I ignore it to the best of my abilities, maybe I can continue to enjoy it. And I specifically like Vibration more because that one had like more conflict. Because with Vibration, it was like the plot of Vibration was that they were trying to make girls that couldn't become Valkyries enter Valkyries. So there was like a good episode of like turmoil. It was like, man, who's gonna be on top? The New Age Valkyries or the old Valkyries? And then you get to the next episode, and the old Valkyries kind of basically curve stomp the new Valkyries.
God, you're just reminding me of the tournament arc of Fairy Tale. I'm the
just-
first Gen Dragon Slayer.
It's
It's
almost brutal. Like there's girls in that say, okay, you're the strongest. Cool. I'm not going to use my weapon. And
truly
Valkyrie
do
straight up said, fuck
Yeah.
work.
yeah, and like the plot and like the turmoil between them is actually good. It's what happens in the show that doesn't make sense. At the end of that season, one of the girls dies and starts turning into the angels. Actually, no, most of them dies and turns into the angels.
Wait, the enemies are called angels?
I think they are. I'm
God,
not
this is
too
literally
sure.
just an Evangelion ripoff. Let's go.
It basically is, but like they turn to like the humanoid version, which is smaller, but instead of arms, they have spikes, kind of like
That's weird.
Dead Space.
Ah.
So yeah, they're like that.
Like, I thought it was just bad, but I thought it was like a funny bad. This isn't
Nope.
funny anymore.
It doesn't get funny. It gets
Not
brutal.
funny.
It never was.
No. I mean, it was kind of. So I only watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and it was kind of funny. And now, no, this is not funny. This
And
weird.
it gets very confusing because one of the girls that was like test subject turns into one of the bigger like angels,
With
and
bigger arms.
she moves towards like a fuel station to blow up the entire facility.
Oh my god.
And then for some reason, a hidden plot point, the school president also can turn to an angel. That was just a hidden plot point for a whole season. And like till the end of this new season.
So they were ramping up from the beginning.
No, they never even mentioned it.
Oh, they didn't mention. Oh,
It was never a
and it
thing.
didn't exist until now.
oh, I thought you meant like hidden, but like, oh, they kind of mentioned it here.
Uh-huh,
It's
wink,
like-
wink.
No, they
If
made
you
it up
really,
at the
if you
spot.
wanted to like look into it,
Actually,
the
non-existent.
vice president only had like one like oversized glove and always had her eyes closed. So I was like, I guess he's not trying, but like, why? Why the fact
You
that she
haven't
can
even
turn to
seen
an
me in my
angel?
final form.
I would say I try to stay for the fights. I did like the show and like what tried to be, but then there's other things I didn't do too good.
Yeah, like
'Cause-
exist.
Yeah,
Facts.
like if they switch the main characters, I feel like it would be fine. I feel like if they didn't have the male character and was less etchy, it would have
Literally,
been fun.
it wasn't an etchy and didn't have a male protagonist. Like,
Yeah, it would have been a good show.
literally, it wasn't an etchy because you need a male protagonist for it to be etchy.
Yeah, my protagonist, like literally, he was just there. I forget his name half the
Yeah,
time.
if we didn't have an insert, like we'd be good.
That's mostly it about freezing.
God, that show really sucked.
I can't say much because I watched the first season twice.
That's how I feel about High School DxD. But like High School DxD at least had like solid plot points.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie about that. I just hate myself for watching it too many times.
All right, so who's next? Jack is next.
Okay.
What?
I had a feeling.
Wow. Crazy, man.
No, that's crazy.
So the show that I chose is The Walking Dead because in the first 5 seasons it was really good.
How many seasons are there? Just to be
10.
clear?
I
Okay.
think 10 or
Are they
11
still
now.
making
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. They're on the 10th season. They had to stop the 10th season halfway through because of the coronavirus. So they're not playing the rest of season 10 until October 16th, which is kind of stupid, but I get it. But I haven't watched season 10 I think I saw half of season 9 and then gave up because it basically started becoming the same thing over and over again. And it was starting to get really monotonous and boring, if you know
I'm
what I
glad
mean.
you realized it now.
Yeah.
Because I knew already, like way like earlier, just because like I saw like YouTube videos popping up on my.
Yeah, I
on
can
my
read the
thing.
formula
Um,
right there in the periodic table.
like season 6 was where it started going really downhill because they were
Which is
getting
the one where they died. The guy died.
who died.
The main
The Asian
character.
guy.
Um,
Oh.
Rick hasn't
Yeah,
died
yeah.
yet. He's
What?
neither confirmed nor denied that he has died.
Oh,
That's kind of dumb.
Kind of cringe.
But we all know that he didn't die because of
I'm pretty sure there's a spin-off, right?
no, the spinoff doesn't have anything
Oh,
to
okay.
do with it. The spinoff is Morgan. It started off in L.A. Fear the Walking Dead, and now they're
Oh
starting.
no, I meant like this. Don't they have like a spin-off?
They were
film?
good.
Of
They're-
the spin-off. That's crazy.
Yeah,
They're
something like
gonna
that.
do movies, but I'm not too sure if they're
Oh
doing it.
no.
Yeah,
Oh god, why?
I don't know.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, they started going away from like the comics as well.
Yeah, that's
because
what people didn't like, right?
it was based off of.
I
graphic
really hate
novel.
when people do when like creators do that or like companies do that where it's like they have a specific source material for something, it starts out successful, and then they run out of source material. Everybody liked it because it was based off of very good source material, and then just like, don't worry, we can write our own, it'll be fine. And then they do a god awful job.
I don't even think they full. I think
And then
Robert
they go, I don't
Kirkman.
know.
I think Robert Kirkman, the creator of the graphic novel, is still writing them. I think they just
It's like Game
It's
of
a
Thrones
Game of
now.
Thrones situation where they literally fucked up the last 3 seasons because the writer was involved, but the writer said, "Okay, you need to end here," but the show is going somewhere else.
yeah.
So it's just like a shrug. I guess we'll continue.
Aw,
It's like,
I guess
Like,
you could
I
do
don't
that.
find it bad. I don't find it good anymore. If you know what I mean.
So
Like-
what made you become turned off?
How they did this season, not like between where it cuts for the break for like a few months on season 9. I'm like, I'm not enjoying this anymore because Rick's not there. He you know what's funny? In the comics, he's originally the one who dies instead of Carl. And once they killed off Carl, that's really when the show started becoming
Wait, so like, what
good.
actually happens to
Carl
Rick? Not Carl, Rick.
Rick
Does he just like walk away?
Haha,
no,
puns.
he
No, I think-
shoots something to cause an
Like
explosion
a barrel
on
of oil or some shit.
on a bridge, so zombies won't come to their area.
Mind you,
And
the
he-
zombies are slow as fuck too. So
No, but
Oh, yeah,
it
I
was
remember that. That was a really weird thing about Walking Dead. Is zombies were so unbelievably slow.
But these zombies, it was a horde of them, so it was a lot. So when he did the explosion,
So is he on the side with the zombies or away
Yeah.
from the zombies?
With the zombies, kinda.
Oh, okay.
And so when he did the explosion,
So he cut himself off.
Yeah.
saving
Yeah.
everyone else.
and he
Oh,
ended
he
up
dead
going.
then.
No, he ended up going down a river, and then this girl from another group saved him and brought him into a helicopter. So we don't really know what happened with him. He could be alive or he could be dead for all we know, really. They didn't explain what happened.
I hope he did.
Yeah, they didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
plot twist, he's the cure for the zombie infection.
Nah.
Yo, can we get an Ellie in chat?
And Daryl's now basically the leader
The new guy.
of Alexandria. There's like 3 different places. It's Alexandria, the Kingdom, and one other one. I forget.
Rick House.
No, Hilltop. Alexandria is the one with Rick.
It's Rick's house.
Hilltop.
Is it based in Virginia then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
It
said
originally
Alexandria. And I was like, oh, I know that's a thing.
it originally was in
That's
Georgia,
crazy.
and then they moved up to Washington, like the where
Hmm.
Capitol Hill is and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they always do in zombie movies that take place on the East Coast.
Because they expect to find whatchamacallit, scientists that will
People.
help. Yeah. People.
Civilization. Society, but in Comic Sans.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
he can't.
Exactly.
Dog, I feel that.
I kind of now that I started talking about it, it kind of makes me want to watch what has happened in season 10.
No, that's how I feel about Ruby, and then I'm upset about it again.
That is totally not how I feel about my show when we get there.
But I can't wait until Fear the Walking Dead comes back on because they kind of did the exact same thing to the main character once again. Like the ending of season 4 or 5 of it, they shot him. And we don't
That's
know if
dope, isn't it? Like
What?
they just do it for drama, or the main
Yeah.
actor's like, hey, I don't want to do this
Mhm.
anymore.
and there's some cool
do say
images
more.
that
I don't
they-
want to be here anymore.
They've been posting some cool images on it. Let me. But there's some cool like season pictures, promo pictures. That's the poster for the new season, and we can't tell if he's a zombie or not.
probably is.
by the
Why are
look
they
of
called the Walkers?
um
That ever explained as to why?
just the name that they all created.
It's because they're not allowed to say zombie.
I don't know. They never really said. But did you?
I think that's.
I like that answer.
They wanted to have their own original name. They're like, what are these incredibly slow zombies?
Did you guys see the image
Yeah.
of
Past is
Morgan?
What are these?
Oh,
what
wow.
are these zombies that walk?
What do we call them?
Morgan. So
Yeah.
in Fear the Walking Dead, the new like leader kinda is Morgan, and he was from The Walking Dead, and he was friends with Rick in the first season, and then we don't see him much in until season 4, and then he comes,
I was
and
gonna say,
then
doesn't he die, or is it the other?
no, none of them. The thing is, they use
They don't die.
they make this so confusing. Like they use characters in different shows now. Like Dwight also got kicked out of.
Did you say nobody dies?
They're
Yo,
just
this is
like,
fairy tale. Yo, this
how
is
can
fairy
we
tale.
No, people
Fairy
die.
tale.
People obviously die, but they come. Sometimes they come back to
Oh,
be
that's not fairy
zombies.
tale.
No, but it's just so confusing. Really, like they don't know what they want to do anymore. It's kind of obvious. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say.
So you liked it because of zombies, and I think you
Yeah.
read the original, right?
I have some of the graphic novels with me.
But did you read it before or after you found out? It was a show?
After?
You're just like a big fan of zombie stuff.
Yeah, that's
And you
why my Twitch name is DeadKiller1x1
try to plug
because
it.
Yo, sorry.
Casual
continue.
plug.
because it's a
Yo.
combination of Deadpool and The Walking Dead. So yeah,
You like dead.
and I wanted
The
to be a
name.
killer.
All right.
Yeah,
Very interesting. Okay.
yeah.
That's on record now.
Hmm.
So you like the zombies and you dropped off because studio being dickheads.
Yeah, and it
Trash.
started getting boring. And there's these people who are called the Whisperers who dress up as zombies.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's very odd, but yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. They are weird.
Was that Brandon who came in, or is it
Yep.
Craig
Yeah.
who left? Okay.
What up,
There's-
cuz?
Craig left a lot, or had
Did
to
he?
leave. Yeah.
Like 3 times.
Up twice.
Yeah. This
Did
is
he
the
say
third
like
recording.
fuck off?
I don't know. God.
Was he like, I'm sick of your bullshit? Give
I
me a
feel
break.
Wait, if he leaves again, we might have to chuck.
Yeah, we might have
This
to.
might be
whoever
another
didn't-
news episode.
Whoever I was gonna say whoever whoever didn't say anything, we'll record it separately some other day. I'll just chuck up what we have right now.
So am I good to popcorn it to
Yeah,
someone?
popcorn. Who you want?
I call Patty.
Oh boy.
All right.
Now
All
it's
right.
time.
All right, so my show that I chose to watch, or actually I
love,
did. Unfortunately,
hate.
yeah.
You mean you
It's,
did choose to watch it?
Unfortunately, I made the choice to watch this show, but it's Star Wars Rebels.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
It's a
yeah.
It is a timeless tragedy. I can't lie, because I mean it had God Emperor Dave Filoni's masterful writing behind it. So like the characters are very well written. They're very well developed.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
they are.
plot that like makes sense. It flows pretty well. There's a few areas that I'm like, I don't really like that, but I can let it slide. But then unfortunately, you
Music's
get
kind of
to-
good.
Music, it's alright. It's
Yeah,
it's
kinda
it's
good.
passable.
Yeah.
But then you get to the god awful animation. Quite literally some of the worst 3D animation I have ever seen.
Is it
It's
worse?
Trash. Loot
Is
It's
it
so
worse
ugly.
than that Clone Wars movie? Still, you sent us.
Yes. Yes, because that movie was made in like the early 2000s. Rebels was not made in the early 2000s. So the Clone Wars movie, the original Clone Wars movie, gets a pass. Rebels does not get the pass. It was actually it took me like physical, like I had to actually try so incredibly hard to finish this show. It hurt me. It hurt a lot. I will never get the image of Bean Yoda seared out of my like it was
That was so
burned
disgusting when I
into
saw
my
him.
brain, and it will never come out. Ugh, it's so sad. Literally, if they just you wouldn't have to like do any new voice acting, any new writing, any new storyboarding or anything. If you just reanimated this show and made it look good, I honestly think it would probably be the best Star Wars show ever made.
Yeah, the characters are compelling.
I would say it'd be better than the Clone Wars if it just wasn't that ugly. But unfortunately, I mean, it is literally one of the.
I can see where Pat is coming from.
It does
with that
have
statement.
Bean Yoda.
Yeah.
It has the unironic Bean Yoda. They literally turned him into a bean. Like I can't. It hurts talking about it because now I have to remember all the things. Actually, I don't know.
Bean
what's
Yoda that
worse.
doesn't exist.
I don't know what's worse, Bean Yoda or who is the baby at the end? It was Kanan and Hera's baby. Dude, that thing straight up looks like a baby Oompa Loompa.
And Shrek.
It is. Oh, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they got away with that.
Why did they make him a human looking?
Because of Kanan.
But we've seen Clone Wars do human and
yes, there was
babies.
in Clone Wars. There was the deserter clone and the Twi'lek who had kids.
They were mixed.
They looked amazing.
They didn't look straight up human.
Yeah, Kanan and Hera's baby is just a human child, which doesn't make sense.
With green hair, because Twi'lek?
Yeah, because Hera's green because Hera's skin color is green, and that's literally it. And you needed something to tie the two together.
Not the tail things, because.
Nope.
How was the comparison between Ahsoka and Clone Wars Season 7 and Ahsoka and Rebels?
Just the animation in the show is just so uncomparable.
It's funny because we have seen grown-up looking Ahsoka in Clone Wars in that God,
God planet, yeah. With the sister, the brother, and then the father.
Yeah, the weird episode.
That was a weird arc.
I mean, that was Season 6. I don't know.
That was 4 or 5.
I thought it was
No, it was 3, wasn't it?
No, it was 4 or 5.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was 4. Because 4 was the one season.
6.
4 just didn't have a bad.
I only watched 2 episodes. Yeah, it's 5 because I only watched 2 episodes of 6.
Because I was gonna say it can't be 4 because 4 only had banger arcs.
I thought it was 3.
No, it wasn't that early on.
I think it's 5.
Yeah.
Man, do I really hate Season 6 that much? That's crazy.
Season 6 is ass, dog. That's why.
It is.
I mean, Netflix did make it, so what do you expect?
It was a disappointment. The first couple episodes they were bomb.
It is 3. Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, it is 3.
I didn't remember being that early.
The Mortis arc.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, it was right before Citadel too.
Yeah, that's how I remember.
Arcs.
They're like, oh man, we made some hot trash. Hold on.
That's how I remember it.
Wait, Citadel was the last arc of...
Season 3.
No. The last arc of Season 3 was Ahsoka.
I mean, that was a banger too. That was only 2 episodes though.
Anyways, Rebel.
Yeah, so I just got caught up thinking about good shows, not Rebels. So anyway, Rebels is butt ugly.
If the animation was so much better, it would be up there. But the animation is just
not
such
even
a
so
turn
much
off.
better, just passable.
Here's the best way to watch Rebels. It's put a blindfold on and then watch Rebels.
Just listen.
That's the best way to
You're just
watch
gonna listen.
Rebels. Exactly. You listen to Rebels. You don't watch it. You listen because you don't want to open your eyes. Honestly, I think throughout the entire show, I think there was only, I would say, 1 episode that was passable, and that was when they went to the Sith Temple.
That was a really good one.
The Ahsoka Vader fight scene was, I mean, the characters look hideous, but the actual fight scene itself was pretty well animated.
You feel it in your heart.
I think the fact that they still had the Ahsoka voice actor and the Anakin voice actor in that scene
Yeah,
makes it cool.
That's the only passable episode out of the 4 seasons that exist.
Yeah.
Is the one where they're at the Sith Temple.
That's literally the ending.
Which is, I think it's the end of the 2nd season.
Yeah, the end of
I think
season 2.
It's the last episode of season 2.
Yeah, the last
Let's talk
2.
about Rebels, right? Like,
Yeah.
completely, or just because we talked about Clone Wars?
I don't know. I think it's only come up in Star Wars episodes.
Okay.
I think I don't know if you guys talked about it at a different episode, but the first time I remember talking about Rebels was on the tier list.
We definitely talked about it, like not E3, the D23 episode, I think.
I was gonna say, we talked
Whatever
about it in
episode, whatever episode we first talked about Clone Wars coming back. Which was way before we did it.
Yeah, maybe.
We definitely talked about it before, because I remember you guys saying like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely," because Brandon was telling you to watch it.
Brandon probably, yeah. I didn't watch it until Disney Plus came out, so that's probably when we started talking about
But
it.
he was telling you to watch it way before that, though.
Yeah. Goddamn. So it just basically everything's good for the most part.
It's just
Everything's either
animation.
good or passable, but the animation is so unacceptably bad that it weighs down the entire show. Like, normally when I watch shows, I can watch like entire series just like in a day without a problem. Like, I binge watch shows extremely easily. It was so unbelievably hard.
The thing wasn't
watch
Rebels on Disney XD?
Yeah.
Yes,
that's why. That was like the.
Well, no, I think the excuse that I gave it was like it's probably because they were in different networks. The original Clone Wars was on Cartoon Network, and then it went to Disney XD for Rebels. That they had to change the art style up because it was, there was an association with that already, but they had to change it up. Or they just didn't have a budget.
That's a good point, but like, I mean, good God,
Didn't have to
this
happen.
is the alternative. This is what we like. I don't know what's worse: Christmas special Wookiees or Rebels Wookiees.
I think
Rebels Wookiees are worse.
Rebels Wookiees.
Rebels Wookiees are like the Christmas special was a fever dream, but like their Wookiees were not as bad. They might have had normal human teeth, but like,
oh god, yeah.
we can move on.
Oh, but that little Wookiee in Rebels and the little Wookiee in the son of Chewbacca look very similar. It's weird.
I would drop kick the little kid Wookiee in Rebels in a heartbeat. I would turn around and throw him off that cliff. He would be
God
gone.
damn.
I would be like, I don't want to look at
He'd
you,
be
dude.
done your rings.
What planet was it on? Oh fuck.
I don't remember.
Kessel, I think. Yeah, it was Kessel.
Kessel. Yeah.
Throw him down the mines.
Yeah. Somebody will pick him up.
All right, so is that it?
I think that's it. All right.
All right.
Who's next?
I'm gonna say
I want to keep going. Damn it.
You choose.
It's me and Brandon, but it just depends.
I'm gonna go with you, Dan.
All right.
I'm excited for this.
All right. So this is I think I'll say mine first, and then we'll touch upon the together one.
Yeah, you can go
afterwards.
first.
All right. So the one I chose, which I don't even know how it came up. I think Brandon mentioned something about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's my show."
No, I think Patty did.
Oh, it's Patty. Okay. Well,
Pretty
my
sure.
show is CW's The Arrow. From
Yeah, that was probably
way
me,
back
I
when.
just hate the CW.
Yeah.
Reason
It was like
He brought up multiple times on the podcast that he hates
in
CW.
case you guys don't know already, I don't like them at all.
it was like made in 2012, something like that. I think.
It's kind of old.
Yeah. What's the oldest show?
I think that was
That was the first one. That's why it's called the Arrowverse.
Yeah. And so like when did it like around when did Brandon when did we start watching it more? Like high
I
school?
watched Arrow when it first came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't watch
Yeah,
Arrow
it
when
came out in
came
2012.
Yeah, I was right.
Because I remember you were telling me to watch Flash. Because you were watching Flash first, and I was telling you should watch Arrow.
Yeah, I didn't watch Arrow. That's weird.
Yeah, like we both recommended each other.
Yeah. So I didn't watch it until high school.
I think
You're gonna
I watched Arrow first, and then all the others.
So like I watched Arrow around high school time. It was very gritty. It was dark. It was like people always like said, "Oh, it's like Batman."
I was gonna say it's Batman without Batman.
It's like he's Batman,
They're
but he
literally like
shouldn't
the
be.
same person. Like, well, not the same, but like they both call it?
Rich. Like
They're both rich. They both went to dark pass, and then they both got trained by the League.
yeah, that's not his origin. That's literally Batman's origin. Like that they took
Yeah.
it from that. And like originally I was like, it's not. I don't have a big problem with it. I don't really know Green Arrow like that. I've seen like him in animated form, but like I know that's not how he's supposed to be. But I guess this is how they do it, and I don't
And
really
then it
have
didn't
that.
stop.
And yeah, they kind of took a lot of storylines from the Batman comics, and but I didn't mind it as much. The thing I mind the most in the Arrow show is the fucking flashbacks.
Dude, they happen
There's
so
so
many
much.
times.
There are quite. I do remember way too many flashbacks,
Was that in the Flash too, though?
especially the first.
Yeah, no,
Oh
it's
my
just
god! If I have to go back to that island one more goddamn time, I might
It was
kill
like-
somebody.
it was like 2 seasons of Island.
Yeah, probably two. It's probably the first two. I
There
know I
was
watched
the-
the
it was
first three
Slade.
seasons.
It was one with Slade Wilson in it.
And then
So it was
occasionally
definitely-
we got him like in China and stuff.
Yeah, third season
In
was
the
China.
Russia.
Fourth, fifth season was Russia. And then the
I like
the more
the
recent
Russian.
one was like, yeah, I liked it too. But the most recent one was like he's been the Arrow for years now, but just in secret. And he came back home, but nobody knew, and he didn't tell
Yeah.
anybody. And it was just really weird. The flashback was really weird to me. But it, like some of the show's consistency was really weird as well. Like I binge watched like the first 4 seasons on Netflix. First season, okay for the time. Second season, really good. Third season was really weird to me. Third season was that's the one where he goes to the league. The fourth season was like, okay, this is you're kind of going too far.
Dude, the season with Damien Dark
Yeah, that's the fourth
and
season.
then him with the totem and the lady, it just
It was
it
too
was
much. at
so
one point for
much.
him, especially like him being such a simple character.
Yeah.
And then season 5, I really liked because of the villain.
Who was he?
Prometheus?
There was the dark. Yeah, Prometheus was sick.
Prometheus was really a really good villain for him. And then I don't know if he died or not because I stopped watching after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
No,
died.
wait.
No, wait. I don't know if he died.
Maybe. I only remember because I don't remember if he died or not. I just remember we get to see him in
There was
another
an
universe
explosion.
as the Green
Oh
Arrow.
yeah. But like I stopped watching it after that. I only watched it every now and then for the crossovers, and then I stopped watching the crossovers. But like I think that one had the better consistency of like better villains or just better cast of characters. Because every time like afterwards, like they were like, "Oh, we need a team for our group of heroes." It's because Arrowverse did it. Flash has to have it now, and also
Supergirl.
Supergirl has to have it. Like I'm assuming like what's his face? What's the one that Jack likes?
What?
The one that you like,
Legends?
Legends, yeah. That's just the team in general. So like they just
But yeah,
kind-
they have
kinda,
no choice.
Yeah, they were like, everyone needs a team, and like it kind of got samey after Arrow, but because Arrow did it first, everyone has to do it.
And then they started recycling like villains throughout each and every single one of them.
Yeah, and so like Arrow, I think had the most consistency of like what it wanted to be, which was like a darker show. It got lighter, eventually, but not like Flashlight. That's I didn't mean to make that pun. But like it just I kind of I stopped watching because of the flashbacks, and because I just didn't think the villains after Prometheus were like exciting. Like, and another thing would be like the character of the Oliver Queen had a lot of like ups and downs, but not like like not like how actual characters should be, but more like I'm sad today, but I'm gritty tomorrow. Oh, but I'm kind of happy because I saw my wife. But I'm gritty tomorrow. It's just like the tone
Now
was all
I'm-
over the place, and then it's like now I'm happy because I have no sleeves or something. Because
Does.
well, that's how it worked. Because like they took off his sleeves and then they were like, oh, he's gonna be light, like like it's gonna be like the Flash.
Hell.
But yeah, the flashbacks were like the main thing that I didn't like. I
That
would
shit's
like
so
to go
annoying at
back to it,
times.
but the flashbacks is probably the only thing that would actually make me not, or would prevent me from doing so. Because like, there's just a lot of it. There's far too much work. I don't know. I
Some of
like
them,
that.
some of them didn't even make any sense at times. It's just like
Yeah. They just
If
go
I
back
wanted to
because
watch
they
something
have
that
to.
didn't make sense, I'd watch a soap opera.
I mean,
oh,
it kind of
okay.
is like a soap opera.
Young and the Restless. Let's go. Every
But,
day
you
at
know,
12:30,
the-
except for weekends. Don't ask me how I know that.
I'm
I
guessing your
won't.
mom watches.
Mom and grandma.
Okay, yeah. See,
I was gonna ask.
I know way too much about Young and the Restless and General Hospital. That's all I'm saying.
Still going?
Yeah.
God damn.
That, Bold and the Beautiful, and there's one more that's still going. There's only 4 soap operas.
I also feel like I should point out that the Stephen Amell did a good job of portraying the Green Arrow.
I
It's just a different
agree.
version. But he still did it as like the best possible thing he could have done for that role.
My only experience with that show was I watched Crisis, and that was just a fucking god awful mess in general.
Oh, definitely.
So
Oh yeah, we'll get to that
Yeah.
in just a sec. But it was just
I'm glad
Yeah.
well, at least one of the shows have ended.
We're almost there.
All right. Do you want to go to the joint
Oh yeah,
project?
fuck
Patty?
the CW.
Alright.
CW's trash.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, Patty. are gonna talk about.
I liked Supergirl, and then it became kind of just like
Whoa,
What,
that's a
formulaic?
controversial statement. Because that show looks like a bad porno.
like I said, like
No cap.
past tense.
I don't know if that's enough.
A lot. I feel like just the CW in general, they had a formula with Arrow, and they were like,
They
Yeah,
they
let's do
basically
that,
just
let's do
they
that.
just like
Oh, let's stick to it. It
yeah.
ain't broke yet.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But it is.
Yeah, but like if it it don't have to be broke yet. That's fine.
It's very broken.
Ah man, not at once.
Hmm.
Not a twice.
Yeah, CW. What about it, Patty?
"Oh yeah."
I don't know. I just really don't like them.
It's just, yeah, it got very repetitive. The shows got formulaic.
The shows are literally a carbon copy paste of each other, and none of them are good. So-
The crossovers got like
Dude, some of them
It's
ain't
just,
no
a it's just a
sense.
shtick of theirs where they're just like, oh, we got all these cool characters. Wouldn't it be wacky if we crossed them over? Oh my god. Look at that. They crossed over. Now they're doing stuff together.
Lit.
Isn't
Flash
this
and
crazy,
Supergirl
Cal?
together.
Have you guys seen
Lit.
the Fight Club? The superhero Fight Club?
No.
That's the short, right?
Yeah.
Do they all die? Because that would be cool.
Well, it's like it's a commercial, I think.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But
That
it's
was
kind of
awful.
cool.
Dude, they all die. That's the first thing Patty says.
I want
is
them
Patty.
to be over. I want
I
them
would
all
also
to
like
be
It was
over.
them
like
to be over.
what was like
There was that one. Oh my! I have to
when
find that.
Supergirl started.
No, I have to find that Supergirl trailer. That's like so unbelievably hideous.
Yeah, it was for the newest season. I'm pretty sure. I remember you talking about it.
It was bad,
Bad.
like really bad. Maybe it was season 5. Let's see.
Whatever the newest season is, yeah.
Oh yeah, this was a year ago. Or maybe this isn't it.
Like I feel like like at the beginning of every show, like all the shows start off really well.
It's just and then it always has this up down sequence.
It hits a point where they're like, okay,
They generally
this is-
have a good first season, and then it just feels like a part of the CW formula is to just pull funding from the show and assume it'll be as good, because it just feels like everything, just the quality overall just goes down because
yeah.
they literally don't have the money to do anything. Okay, it's not that. I don't remember which trailer it was, but it was like really ugly. I think it was the season. It was something from season 4, I think, but it's on there. If you go to that link, it's like right at the top.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
It's bad. Like, this is bad.
Oh, now I'm interested. Now I gotta look at this.
It's borderline unwatchable.
Supergirl clip shows epic super fight gone horribly wrong.
Like, this unironically looks like a bad porno. Like, this CG is straight up unacceptably bad. Like, that's embarrassing that they would put that out there. Like, I don't know how anybody, like, if you watch that and you still say you enjoy CW show, like, I don't know how you can, like, this is the quality that they put out there.
Dude, that's like low budget right there.
That's worse than low budget. It's so bad looking.
All right, do you want to run the Brandons?
Oh, I'm ready for Brandon's. I never watched it, but I know what it is, and it makes me happy because it's funny.
Okay. Well, my show is called Terraformers,
Yeah.
and if you don't know what it is, let me pull up a Google image
The
of it.
PDF.
Wait, Terraformers?
Yeah.
Terraformers.
I don't remember. So maybe I did see it. It sounds kind of familiar. I thought you said
Bam.
Transformers.
No.
Transformers,
Yeah,
Oh.
so,
the cartoon.
No,
there's
it's-
like 2 seasons. Like there's 2 different like not really. How do I?
But there was
So
a
there was-
live
there was-
action.
There was one in 2011
Oh,
and there was
that's
one in
so
2014. So I
That
don't.
is so-
It's.
that's-
I guess you could say 2
Those are
different
2
seasons.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons.
Yeah. So the one in 2011, that's when I first stumbled upon it because I watched it with Perry when I was over, and this was when the first group of the first group went to Mars to get information about these things, get intel.
Yo,
They
this shit's
didn't think
200
anything.
chapters. No, sorry,
Dude,
go.
it's disgusting of how like you cannot if you have a weak stomach, you can't watch this.
Oh,
Like literally the amount of like gore in it is so awesome but disgusting. Like I only saw one episode of the first season, but the second season I watched all the way through.
it's a
And
good
dude, let me
post.
tell you, right away they don't give a damn
Oh
about your
God,
feelings.
what the hell is that?
The cockroaches.
Uh,
Yeah. So there's this one scene. This girl is showering.
Oh,
See,
Everything seems fine. And then this
oh.
dude is. Oh, sorry, Patty. You can speak.
No, continue. I'm just my brain's melting.
So there's a scene like the girl's showering and some dude's peeking at her, and then he looks away, he looks back, and the girl's staring at her. And next thing you know, the big cockroach, just kicks the door down and like rips this dude in half. And there's a breach in the ship. And dude, literally, one of the cockroaches rips a dude's head out with his spine connected and uses it as a weapon and starts chopping people's heads off.
how old were you again?
This was when I was I think, a junior in high school, sophomore, junior, when I started watching this.
What the fuck?
Like this was like holy crap! Like dude, it's not that bad of a show though because like the backstories of the characters. One was a baseball player. There's this dude that's trying to marry this guy's this father is a general, like one of the generals of the teams, and his son-in-law at the time was trying to marry his daughter, but the general was like refusing, so he kept trying and trying and trying, and then their bond got stronger, and now like the general and the son-in-law are like on the same team,
They're gonna get married. That's
No.
what it's kinda like.
And so these people, they're not just regular people. They're gifted. They have they're like their DNA is like enhanced with like insects or like different animals. So like some people are like eels, some people are like ant, powered base. Some people are like sting beetle, stuff like that, like etc. etc. And it's just like some of them have really dark backstories. Like this kid was just experimented his whole life, and he had like the evil backstory, and like he basically killed his own team plus like all the cockroaches. And then there was like another scene where there's one that had like a reptilian back that like was protected, and there's just a group of cockroaches being it and just like ripping him open and stuff like that. It was just like, whew.
Yeah, I just watched the
Yeah, I'm reading this now because
Yeah,
I
the
realized that this shit has
Japanese-
fucking 200 fucking chapters, and there's another fucking series called Terraformers Gaiden.
yeah, the Japanese live action trailer that
The live action is ass. All right, don't look at that.
I'm watching the trailer, and the CG might is like kind of on par with CW, possibly worse.
Yeah,
But I'm
no,
only
not
impressed
not
because
the live
it's-
action. You gotta watch like,
this-
the anime, dog. Like it goes hard.
Is it better? Because this is
Yeah, it's a lot better, dog. Like I don't know why you're looking at the live action.
We did send the live action poster.
I did. I looked up Terraformers,
Tones.
and that was the first thing that came up. It was the manga, and then it was the live action movie. And I was like, I don't care about manga.
Oh, and the second season, right?
It's disrespectful. Okay, wait. I'm not gonna let that pass. You can't just say that.
I mean, I don't read them.
I
Yeah, you
left out a
can't just say you
big
don't care
part.
about it though.
Yeah, but I don't.
So these cockroaches,
God, you trash.
they adapted. So I forgot to tell you, the first team, like whoever died, like the bodies of the enhanced humans, the cockroaches like enhanced themselves with the enhanced humans. So like now these some cockroaches are really advanced. Like they got also the insect and animal body parts and stuff like that. And the second season, they didn't know that. Like the teams didn't know that until like a big ass fight happened. Like each individual team had to deal with their own problem. And then some of them could read. I don't know how, but it's crazy.
Yeah, this looks like. I mean, those bug dudes are actually really hideous.
I
You
mean,
gotta,
But they're
stop,
in a-
you gotta stop looking at the live action.
It still looks terrible, bro.
They still look terrible in general. I was looking at them in the manga; they look just as bad.
Dude, these are like straight up like purebred like Samoan African grown men.
They're like,
They're these are buff ass. Yeah. Like, dude, it's crazy.
and then the people are even uglier.
Well, it's because they're enhanced.
Take it away.
Exactly, they're like half human, half like
Oh my
bugs.
god.
Yeah, like they're
someone
enhanced. That's the
open
only
that
way they can fight
picture?
back.
That's not enhanced. That's you've been set back a little bit. You've been set back. You ugly as hell. Ain't nobody wants you.
Can someone delete that picture?
Get that out of here. Jesus. Honestly, while we're here, let's just get rid of all of these. 'Cause I don't want to look at this anymore.
I think the
this-
first one was fine. The
I think-
poster
I think
was
this-
fine.
I did not expect Brandon's to be the most upsetting one. Because this is deeply troubling.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why I love this, but hate it at the same time.
I mean, I think it was. It seems like it was good.
It's just there's a lot like I'm missing out, but I'm trying to cover as much as I can, like generally. Like, so there's like obviously like they sent teams to Mars, that ship, when they ejected from the ship, all the teams got separated. And there's one team that's actually like, this was to collect intel, try to figure out what happened to the original team and collect more intel about the bugs, and then they get to go home. But the ship being
Because it's bugs, it fucking bothers me. I
Yeah,
think
but-
that's it.
Bugs, man. Like gross ass cockroach dudes. I don't want to look at that. Like ever.
the reason why is because the terraformers, is the cockroaches, they adapt. That's why. So that's
You
why it's
keep
called
saying that.
terraformers. That's
But
what I'm
it
saying.
still
Like no
doesn't
matter
make
what
it
they
more
do,
natural.
they
It
adapt.
doesn't make it better.
That's why like the teams are supposed to collect intel, but there's one team there's one team that's like bad. Like they're not they're not collecting intel. Like they're against everyone else. Like they're on the cockroach's side.
Interesting.
Okay, looks like I never have to read this.
Oh, did I say they squish heads and rips them off?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah.
See, I'm used to that though. I've seen like I read a bunch of manga that's just like, okay, yeah, fucking giants, and there's like, fucking like tiny people, so they go squish, and it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the gore. I'm just like, dude, those cockroach dudes, that's so bad.
Yeah, like some of them fly, some
I
of them
think
swim.
that's the
like,
point though.
Some of
That's
them go
like
in
one of
there.
those things that like hits like the very bottom of. You guys know what the uncanny valley is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Where like a thing is so close to being human, but just isn't human enough that it's so incredibly like disturbing.
Disturbing.
Yeah,
Those-
but I think this is using that though for like.
You don't want to use that. That's a bad thing. That's a very bad thing. The uncanny valley is not good.
I don't. I think it kind of works. I think it's the point is to make you unsettled.
No, but the
The live
Uncanny Valley is
action,
not
no.
like that though.
Like this is something you don't want to watch with other like if you don't want you and your family to judge you. Like there's nothing you can't watch it around.
Oh, that's half the shit I watch.
Say less.
Yeah, it's
Same.
most of the shit I watch.
Like giant cockroach men that look like Samoan and African full-grown men killing humans that look like bugs. Like this is it's
dude.
weird.
Oh, I'm already uncomfortable.
Like it's cool. No, like that also like some of these characters like in there like the main characters they're cool. Like their backstories you learn to like enjoy them, but when they die it's so setting because of the way they die.
Yeah, because I don't think the cockroach people were taught ethics. So, they don't really care.
Ew, one of the cockroaches is a sniper. So it was wild when he was going on a killing spree.
I really want to meet the person who came up with this.
Like literally, he like his hand is a sniper. He shoots out like a water like steamed water that's like so sharp like a bullet. And dude, he went on a tear on these bitches.
There's only like one other thing that I can think of. There's a movie that was released in the 80s, I think, yeah, called Society. I don't know how you guys ever heard of it, but I forget what it was called. Oh yeah, the guy who did, so it was about like these weird like parasites that infected humans that like took over their bodies and they could like distort their bodies in really gross ass ways. And the like practical art was done by a guy who actually went by the name Screaming Mad George. Was this like psychotic not CG special effects guy, and he was extremely gory. But hold on, I forget what it was called. There's this one scene. Oh yeah, it was called The Shunting.
The shumting?
The
Shunting.
shunting, not the shumting. I see where you heard that from.
The shumting.
Oh, can I not?
Yeah, so I have a weird taste in anime.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why I don't really watch much.
I really
Same.
not.
God, you have the audacity to be like, no, to Berserk when you watch this shit.
Well, it's because the rape scene just hit me different, dog.
Yeah, but like that's one scene. That's like the whole show.
Okay, so I've discovered something. So the shunting scene from the movie Society is too gory that it's actually not on YouTube. not
Oh,
here.
damn.
I think it is here, but it's the full movie in Spanish.
I'm
Do
not
they
gonna
got
translate.
scenes of Terraformer on
I'm
YouTube?
really not gonna translate.
Let me see. They probably only have the trailer from the.
What is it called? No, you know what? Don't give it to me.
Okay, so no, this is a movie, but only has Spanish subtitles.
Oh my god, they have a YouTube video called "The 8 Most Bloody Gore Scenes of Terraformers." Let me see if I agree with this.
YouTube's like, this is for kids. God damn.
Oh my god, yo, this scene was wild. This was in the first season.
Okay, well, do you guys want to wrap it up before we get into this on our own?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I looked it up again. No. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to that very weird ass episode. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I made it weird at the end.
Oh,
It's
it's okay.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of the Nerds Be Like podcast. We hella appreciate it. Just in case if you guys don't know, I don't know where you guys are listening to this in. It could be in any of the apps that I'm going to listen to now, but in case you want to listen to it anywhere else, we're available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, not Google Play, and pretty soon YouTube. I have figured out a way to upload them in a much shorter time, so it's easier for me. And there'll be some little animations in there, not too much, not some too special, just to give a look kick. We also have an Instagram and a Twitter. You can find that at Nerds Be Like Pod. We also have a Facebook, but we don't really use it. That you can also just whatchamacallit, you can DM us there for a question or a topic you want us to cover. You can also do that at our email at nerdsbelikepod@gmail.com. And Brandon, do you want to do this last thing?
Oh, how pristine it is and shit.
I really got to make sure this is pristine as fuck or AF. Yeah, do you want to talk about it? You want me to do it?
Like I said last week,
No, it's like you keep telling us. That's
you know, I love talking about it, but at the same time, I sound like a broken record. So help the brothers out. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it, but it is pristine to the max. Capital P. And so many steens at the
they're gonna
end.
say. I thought it's capital P with the max part. I'm like, that's not. Doesn't start with P.
Baby clothes. Long sleeves.
Well, there's a onesie. It's not just
onesie.
It's
Yes. You know, it's about to be summertime, and you know,
It is
It is.
summertime.
it is summertime, and
about
you
to
know,
end.
it's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie, it's hot. You know, fall's next. It's gonna be nice and cool. You know, cop yourself some,
some
a
good
nice short
hoodies.
sleeve, a tank top maybe. You know, maybe a long sleeve, a crew neck, a baseball tee, a hoodie, a zip up, or a travel mug to keep you nice, and toasty with your coffee or whatever weirdness you want in there.
You can also have a regular ass mug. You know, the
Yeah.
one you at home.
You know, if you're looking for a phone case that's stylish, you go cop yourself one. That shit is nice.
Yeah, we also got masks. That if you buy one of those, the T Public will give a regular like medical grade mask to wherever it needs to go. I have one. Brandon also has one. It's
That I
really
never
cool.
picked up.
They're really cool designs. And most of them work as like the designs that we have on there. They mostly work as masks. Even if they don't, they still look good. I think that's it for the merch. Let's go to the donation side of things. So, like we've been doing the past couple months, we have had donation links and resources in our description. For the moment, we have places where you can donate for the coronavirus. I believe there's some like Red Cross and there's others, just resources there. We also have things for the Black Lives Matter movement. that is still going on. It's just not like widely spoken about in the news as of lately. There's resources there. There's also a donation for so I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's still up there. I don't think they're gonna take it down. For the thing that happened in Lebanon, there's still a donation for the Lebanese Red Cross. The link will be in the description for that as well. And with that, I think that's it for the episode. Like I say every week, I don't know what we're gonna do next week, but I'm sure it'll be fun.
Avatar.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, God.
That'll be
Avatar.
too much for the 1 week span.
No. I honestly, okay, we'll talk about it after. Actually,
But yeah, this will be in the description in one of the things that Tone's gonna write. But let us know what show you love. Wait, is it hate to love or love to hate? I fucking can't remember.
hate to love.
Hate to love. This
Okay.
is hate to love.
Yeah, you
Hate to
hate
love to
to
hate.
love.
Oh my god, yeah, we should do that next.
I think I would, talk about the same topic I did this time. But I mean, who knows?
God, I don't even know what I talk about.
Yeah, you can let us know about that in whenever the YouTube thing goes
Let's
up.
talk about episode 9 again, even though it's not.
Just email or the social media stuff, and yeah. Well, I think that's it. So we'll see you guys next week, and goodbye.
Bye.
Deuces.